Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Volunteer State Community College for today's third game of the Music City Classic here in Gallatin, Tennessee. The Lady Pioneers will be the visitors in today's game, taking on Wabash Valley College. Both teams got victories against Milwaukee area Technical College, 14-2 for Vol State in game one. Today started just a little after noon. And then in game two that started about 2:35, 16 to nothing was the victory for Wabash over MATC. And now the two winners will clash here in game three, final game of the Music City Classic. Let's get to the Toyota of Gallatin. Starting lineups first for the visitors, the Lady Pioneers, with a record of 6-2. Michaela Fuquay leading off, playing second base. Erica Abbott at first, batting second. Amaya Collier will play shortstop, bat third. Lydia Kirby in the starting lineup, having finished class for today. She's in the cleanup spot behind the plate. Shelby Green in right field, batting fifth. Willow Carden at third base, batting sixth. Carly Costley is the designated player, batting seventh. Katie Robinson in left field, hitting eighth. Anna Harrison in center field, batting ninth. And in the circle, Brooklyn Levin, on for her sixth appearance and fourth start of the year. 0-1 record, has one save and 18-plus innings of work. For Wabash Valley, Kylie Robinson leads off, playing center field. Emma Banks in left field, batting second. The catcher is Easton Wampler. She'll hit third. Natalie Brockett, the DP, in the cleanup spot. Mara Serafini is at shortstop, batting fifth. Malin Batson bats sixth, playing third base. The first baseman is Audra Gibson. She'll bat seventh. Emily Higgs back out in right field. She'll hit eighth. And Jocelyn Vincent, the number 9 hitter, playing second base. And back in the circle for the second straight start in 2 straight games, Alexis Tucker, who got her third win of the year. This will be her 5th appearance, 4th start of the year. She's gone 17 innings, now giving up 9 hits, as she did not allow a hit or a run against Milwaukee area Technical College. Did walk 4 batters in that game and struck out 7 to bring her total to 18. So she will be in the circle. With a 3-2 overall record are the Lady Warriors. They are coached by Jade Kirkland, formerly known as Jade Montgomery. And Mark Colvin and Barry Pearson are her assistants. Christian Lynn in the second year as the head man here for the Lady Pioneers. He's assisted by Alyssa Costley. And the manager, Wes Buckner. Athletic director here at Vol State is Bobby Hudson. Of course, the new president starting July 1st, Dr. Wendy Tostenson, who is turned into a huge sports fan and the number 1 supporter. She was at all 4 games that the Pioneer baseball team played last Friday and Saturday. And she was the good luck charm as the Pioneers defeated Glen Oaks Community College 4 games, as we are set for action here. And the first pitch to Michaela Fuquay misses low and away, and we're underway at 4:54 Central Time. Game time temperature, a crisp 31 degrees. Down 3 degrees from first pitch in game 1. Actually gets in there for a called strike. Fuqua fouls that one off the screen. She's a sophomore from Decatur, Alabama. Austin High School. Last year, her and Katie Davis, the left fielder, were 2 from Austin. Kayla played right field last year. Katie Davis played left field. Katie now playing. Where's Katie Davis? Misses low and away. It was a pretty good 1-2 punch as we'll have the Full Count Ministries first full count of the ball game. Popped up and out of play. Laura, where's Katie Davis playing? North. Okay, she's at UNA. A Lady Lion in Huntsville, Alabama, right? That's where I think UNA is. We'll do it again. Full Count Ministries, full count. Fique taps another one foul at the plate. Kayla was 1 for 3 in game 1 today. She had a double, drove in 2 runs, scored a run. Got an at-bat in the first, had to run and take a test, and then came back and got 2 more at-bats in the contest. That is a student athlete. High ball 4. Normally a walk to Michaela Fuqua turns into a double and many times a triple. Last year's leading stolen base stealer in Division I junior college softball. Does not go on the first pitch to Erica Abbott, who takes that one for a strike. Abbott was the Toyota of Gallatin player of the game. Fouls that one toward the bullpen down the third baseline. Count goes no balls and 2 strikes. 82 for 84 was Fuqua. Fall State led the country in stolen bases as a team. Counts 0-2. Fuqua is off and pitch is taken out, but she comes back to first base. Does Mick, they call her. She's quiet around me. I'm not sure if she's quiet around her teammates or not, but 1-2 pitch. She's gone with that one. That is getting down in front of the center fielder. Erica Abbott continues her perfect day at the plate. She's now 4 for 4. And Vol State with the first 2 to reach here in the top of the first inning. Not sure if it's the first game that they've played as the visitors. First game that I've broadcasted that they've been the visitors. But we are playing in a little quasi-tournament. It's just a round-robin tournament. As Amaya Collier, the shortstop, looks at ball 1. Collier was 2 for 2 in game 1 as well. Grounds 1 to short. Serafini's going to go the short way and get Fuqua, the lead runner, for out number 1. Collier reaches on the fielder's choice. Serafini did not play, as far as I know, in the field in game 1. She did get an at-bat or 2. Fuqua out 6-5 if you're scoring at home. Brings up Lydia Kirby, All-American a year ago. First team All-American as a freshman. See if she wrote down. Alvaton, Kentucky. I think that's near Bowling Green. She went to Greenwood High School. Slices foul on the right side. To check my paperwork, but I think she had about 103. Why do I keep losing that sheet of paper? There we go. Changeup misses down. Kirby, 103 RBIs. Look at an old man can still remember stuff. 16 home runs. She batted .439. That wasn't even top on the team. Katie Davis Ground ball to second. That could be two. Over to short for one. They won't get Kirby. The ball is thrown in the dirt, and there is the Framework Athletics first run of the game. It'll be an unearned run as Kirby reaches on the fielder's choice, and Abbott scores on the errant throw by the shortstop Serafini to first base. Ball State gets on the board in the top of the first inning. Framework Athletics, the place where I guess sometimes the Lady Pioneers go over there and work out. I don't know how often they do that, but men's baseball team over there pretty regularly. Shelby Green wearing the sweatshirt at the plate, fouls that one off and out of play. Everybody wants to be in the press box when it's 31 degrees, John Thomas. Comes the all-world clock operator for men's and women's basketball. Green fouling softballs over into the swampland. Down in the count 0-2. Shelby, a sophomore from Milan, Tennessee. Where's my favorite number? Number 7. You can't see it now, but trust me, she wears it. High and away. Ball 2 strikes. Kirby on at first. Another ground ball to second. Kirby steps over that ground ball, and Green can't beat it out. Jocelyn Vincent throws on to Gibson at first base. 1 run, 1 hit. The run is unearned. At least that's my take on things. On the errant throw to first, 1 runner left on base. Headed to the bottom of the first, Wabash Valley gets their first crack at the Lady Pioneers, who lead 1-0. You're listening to Lady Pioneer Softball on the Vol State Sports Network. Welcome back to the Nichols Softball Complex. Lady Pioneers taking on the Lady Warriors of Wabash Val. That's short for Valley. If you know, you know. Brooklyn Levin out in the circle to face Kylie Robinson, Emma Banks, and Easton Wampler. First pitch from Levin misses. Robinson scored a couple runs in game 1. She was 1 for 2. Drove in a run in the 16-0 win. Fouls that one off of Kirby's glove. Lydia played first base the majority of the time last year. Bailey Osbrooks was behind the plate for much of the season. Swing and a miss. Count goes 1 ball, 2 strikes. Robinson, a 5'4" freshman from Beech Grove, Indiana. That foul just past the screen. We'll get into the grassy knoll area. Plenty of good seats still available here at the Nichols Softball Complex. There's only about 8 crazy people that are watching softball, 31 degrees. I didn't even want to look at the feels like temperature. Check swing and a strikeout to start the bottom of the first for Levin. Number 27 out there in the all blues. Allstate picked up their 6th win of the year in game 1 of the triple-header today. Tomorrow, 5 games on the schedule. Fly ball out the left field. That's going to send Katie Robinson back. She's turned around, dive, and she can't make the grab. She got twisted around as the bat came off the left, or the ball came off the left-handed bat of Emma Banks, twisting toward the fair line. That will fall for a double. And now the tying run in scoring position. High and away to Wampler, who played shortstop in game 1. All the baseball guys texting me now. Alec Tromke wants to know if he can come up and watch from the palatial suite in the press box. Plenty of good seats still available up here. Ooh, should I announce that one? Catches the outside corner. He has a rooting interest of sorts in this softball game, doesn't he? Has he been talking to one of these girls out here in the blue on a regular basis? The big Floridian from Sarasota, Alec Tromke. Ground ball foul. Actually, it was swung on and fouled off of Miss Lydia Kirby. And Chip Harris wants to come up and co-broadcast. I don't have another headset for you, Chippy. Chip, don't call me Carter. Down goes 1 ball, 2 strikes. Levin looking for a strikeout of Wampler. Her bid and a pitch at the knees. No call. Wampler had 2 hits, single and a triple in game 1. Drove in 2 runs, scored 3. Was 2 for 4 in that game. Changeup misses outside and gets out of the glove of Kirby, and down to third base goes Banks on the pass ball. And a full count Ministries, full count to Easton Wampler with Natalie Brockett on deck. Tying run now 60 feet away. And that's going to score as that ball's driven deep to right field. Back goes Green. She can't get it. It's going to go to the base of the wall. Wampler will pull into second base with a run-scoring double. I don't know why I had that second runner on. It didn't take that runner off. We'll take her off. Eventually, I'll get to the final result, which is 1-1, 1 out, and 1 on. Third RBI of the day for Wampler. Her second extra base hit, back-to-back extra base hits. First one, a bloop double by Emma Banks. Brings up Brockett. Grounds 1 to short. Maya Collier over to first base. get out number 2. And on the play, Wampler moves to third. Rocket did not come to the plate in game 1. She's a 5'9" freshman from Chandler, Indiana. Now Mara Serafini steps to the plate. Serafini tripled and also walked in her 2 plate appearances. She came on as a pinch hitter in the bottom of the 3rd. She batted twice, once in the 3rd, once in the 4th. Drove in a run, the final run of the game, with a triple down the right field line. Levin trying to get out of further damage here with 2 outs. Tries to pick at that outside corner, but home plate umpire Hartley Hines not biting on that. Levin has the sign and delivers. Ground ball up the middle. Michaela Fuquay over and a quick throw to Abbott for out number 3. So each team scores a lone run in the first, and we're all tied up 1-1. Scheduled for 7. We're heading to the second. You're listening to the Vol State Sports Network on YouTube. Nice to have research analysts out there listening in as Bo Fuquay has checked in and says that it's in Florence, Alabama. My bad, Bo. Thank you for the help. Carrie Wright in game 1 today, she chimed in with Conway. That was the answer of where is University of Central Arkansas. Now, I wonder if Carrie Wright also knows, probably, my opinion, but the one guy I know that went to University of Central Arkansas, that's Scottie Pippen, who was a Chicago Bull. Long time. Nikki Robinson sent in an email earlier giving me the background information for Katie Robinson. Try to get to that when Katie comes to the plate. She's due up 3rd in the inning. Willow Carden leads off for the Lady Pioneers here in the top of the 2nd. Scored an unearned run. Erica Abbott, that ball is lined to the shortstop, Mara Serafini, for out number 1. Carden from Manchester, Tennessee. She's a Coffee County Raider. She was 1 for 2 in game 1 of the doubleheader. Scored 1 run, and that 1 hit was a double. Carly Costley batting for the first time today. She did come on as a pinch runner for Willow and scored a run. Split grip, left-handed hitter. Do you call any hitter that runs up on the pitcher a slap hitter? Is that Is that synonymous? So if somebody's running up on the pitcher, that's a slap hitter. Not that you could dig in after you run up, right? But takes a pitch on the inside corner for a called strike. She's now down in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Carly is the younger sister of assistant coach Alyssa Costley, who's freezing cold standing in the first base coach's box. Christian Lynn, the youngest son, as that ball is lined fair down the left field line. Rounding first is Carly Costley, and she will cruise in with a do-dat double with 1 out. Thanks to Do-Dat Communications for their support of Vol State Athletics. Craig Sennard, the owner. They print all kinds of stuff. Need to get him something here in the softball press box. We got a beautiful logo art in the baseball press box. It was donated by Do-Dat Communications. There's a hard ground ball that gets into left center field. That should score a run. And Katie Robinson, she doesn't even give me time to talk about her. She swings at the first pitch and gives the Lady Pioneers the 2-1 lead. Katie says she's not all about that. Her career choice, diagnostic medical sonographer. Is that taking pictures of like medical stuff? That would be a photographer, not a sonographer. Squaring around a bunt is Anna Harrison. Called strike. That one whispers at the outside corner. Katie is the daughter of Ricky and Nikki Robinson in Murfreesboro. Got an older brother, Jackson. Harrison takes ball 1. Who's currently in the Marine Corps in Parris Island, South Carolina. Wonder if he runs into my son-in-law down there. I think he works there at Parris Island. He's an E9, though, I think. E8 or E9. Been in a long time as that pitch is in there for a called strike. He's in finance. Ivan Ponce, my son-in-law. They live in Beaufort, South Carolina, with my 2 oldest grandchildren, Tenley and Bo. Another pitch misses outside. Not going to be able to get to all of Katie Robinson's info here. Harrison was 1 for 2 in the game earlier. She had a walk and scored twice. Looking at a 2-ball, 2-strike count with 1 out and 1 on, and 1 in the top of the second. Trying to pick on that left field line again, and that will roll foul. Christian Lynn learning the Jim McGuire method of coaching third base. You never go after a foul ball. ESPN is not here. You're not going to make the top 10 in plays. Ty Tyler, he knew that one. He came in and he figured that out right away. He was going to make a play down there. Change up low and away. We'll have a full count. Ministries full count. He thought about making a play down by the third base bullpen, but then he thought better of it. 3-2 pitch, swung on and missed. Harrison down on strikes as Tucker comes in tight. Ties up Anna. First strikeout of the ball game for Alexis Tucker. Pitched 4 of the 5 innings in game 1 against Milwaukee area Technical College. Kayla Fuqua, who walked and was forced out at third in the first, stands in, looks at ball 1. Robinson still on at first base. Fuqua takes a strike on the outside corner. She's walking toward the pitcher. In baseball, Juan Soto does that, but when he does it, he's not going to swing. He's just going to look at the pitch. Kayla Fuquay will swing, and she does there. Gets one under the glove of Serafini at short. Robinson trying to get to third. She's going to be in there safely, and Fuquay follows her down. She will end up at second base. Runners now at second and third with 2 outs. Base hit for Fuquay. She moves to second on the throw to third. And the daughter of Bo keeps the inning alive for Erica Abbott. Abbott hot today, 4 for 4 with a walk. She will step to the pitcher and hear a strike called behind her. 3 hits in the inning, 4 for the game for Vol State. This one misses the mark. One pitch. Right back to the pitcher. Backhanded by Tucker. Throw on to first to retire Abbott for the first time today. Ball State gets back ahead 1 run. 3 hits in the inning. No errors. 1 runner left on base. Let's keep it right here. I'm going to give you the breakdown of the games for tomorrow in case you're curious as to when your team might play. Milwaukee Tech will play Motlow State, who will play the first 2 games. Motlow will take on Milwaukee Tech and then Wabash Valley. And then they'll head to the house. And in the afternoon games, that's first game starts at 10:30. Next game, approximately 12:45. 3 p.m., Milwaukee Tech takes on Vol State, and then Pioneers will take on Wabash Valley here in the rematch of this game at 5:15. And then just for the fun of it, let's get 3 in for Vol State and the Stormers, Milwaukee Tech. They'll play the 7:30 game, and there's a chance I might be here to be able to broadcast that contest. No games in the Music City Classic scheduled for Saturday. It's going to be a lot of rain, so I know the girls love putting the tarp on the field, so they'll have to do that after the games tomorrow. Then hope to get back here on Sunday afternoon, 12:15, to take on Milwaukee Tech before they head back home. So that's your schedule. Hope you wrote it down. Bottom of the second, Brooklyn Levin back out in the circle, delivers pitch outside to Malin Batson. Levin's from Littleton, Colorado. Transfer from Chadron State College. I'm guessing on the pronunciation. Chadron. Could be a K sound. English language is crazy. 1-1 pitch misses down low. Could be pronounced Smith and all those other letters are silent. I don't know. Batson 0 for 2 in her only 2 plate appearances. Grounds 1 to third. Carden over to Abbott for out number 1. Audra Gibson, the first baseman, stands in. Audra 1 for 3, 2-run double, and a run scored. Also drew a walk. 5'6" freshman from Silver Creek, Indiana. Bats with nobody out, or 1 out and nobody on. Winks at the outside corner for a called strike. One of those 96 stitches on a softball. Laura, did you know that? Laura Walker. Finished the game. She's sitting up here in street clothes. She's ready. I'm just kidding. She's in there. She's wearing blue pants. Ground ball to second. Fuqua gloves and throws to Abbott for out number 2. Do you know how many stitches are on a softball? Didn't really care, did you? 96. You know, if you get on the Googler, that's what I did, and it said between like 88 and 96. For a baseball, I mean, it's a hard number. That's going to wink at the same corner as the last strike called. How many stitches on a baseball? If there's 96, we'll just go with it. 96 in a regulation softball. How many do you think are on a baseball? 0-1 pitch. Another strike called. Levin gets ahead of Emily Hicks. Hicks reached base both times she came to the plate, singled and scored, and then walked and scored. Down 0-2, check swing. Let's see if they check down at first base. They will check, and he says yes, he went. Mike Barrett rings up Emily Higgs in a 1-2-3 inning for Brooklyn Levin. And Ball State will go to the third inning, up 2-1. That is the second strikeout of the game for Levin. You are watching and listening on Vol State Sports Network on YouTube. This is Tim Reese. Thanks for joining me this afternoon and now evening from Gallatin, Tennessee. Three, 4, and 5 due up for Vol State here in the third, facing Alexis Tucker. Christian Lynn getting a late start to his third base coach's box. Former Vol State basketball player Christian Lynn. He's a left-hander. Father is now the head men's basketball coach. And his older brother is an assistant coach with his dad. And Kimberly Lynn, the mom, she just sits at home and makes brownies and just kidding. She's a working mom. I believe she works for the Goodlettsville Chamber of Commerce. Final answer. My Collier grounded in Collier, not Collard. Collier grounded into a fielder's choice and was erased on a fielder's choice by a Lydia Kirby. Followed up. She's got a 3-0 count here, and now 4-pitch walk. Puts the leadoff batter Collier on base. Second walk of this game by Alexis Tucker. She's had 9 walks in 17 innings, had 4 in the 4-inning start against Milwaukee Area Technical College. And you don't want to walk somebody in front of Kirby as that ball goes right between the wickets under the legs of Malin Batson for a 2-base error. That puts runners at second and third with nobody out. Second error of the contest for Wabash Valley. That brings Shelby Green to the plate. She grounded out to end the first. Slow roller to third, gloved by Batson, throws to first, and Green is going to get credited for an RBI. Heads up play by Collier to score. And Kirby moves over to third. There's the first out. Ball State leads 3-1. And Carden, who lined out to the shortstop, grounds one fair into right center field, just past the diving Vincent for an RBI single. 2 runs are in. And I've put up too many runs for Vol State. Good thing I have an eraser. If I had that run up there. Before that. On the Toyota of Gallatin scoreboard, it says 4-1. That's the official scoreboard. That's what it's going to be on mine. Got to get that runner off third base, as we only have one, and that is Willow Carden, who's on at first base. Carly Costley had a double down the left field line. Stands in with a split grip. Tapper right in front of the plate. Tucker will not have play, and they're going to get Collier in a rundown. She thought there was nobody at third base, and she is going to get tagged out. We've got apparently obstruction by a fielder of Wabash Valley, and so Collier is going to reach third base. Costly with the infield single. She will move down to second base on the play. Jade Kirkland, the head coach for Wabash Valley, is going to come out, have a chat with home plate umpire Hartley Hines about the ruling there. I have no idea how that's shown on a score sheet, but I don't have time to figure that out. 2 more runners in scoring position brings up Katie Robinson. Swung at the first pitch she saw last time. Didn't give me time to chat about her. I'll see if I can get some time this time. Somebody need some water over there? It'll be okay. First pitch to Robinson, a called strike. Also has a younger brother, Mason, 6th grade at Blackman Middle School. Hello to her grandparents. Slow roller back to the pitcher, and they've got Collier hung up, and she's going to be thrown out at the plate. 1-2 on the fielder's choice by Robinson. Contact play right there, and she was toasted cheese. Costly moves over to third. Runners now at the corners with 2 outs. Lonnie and Belinda Williams, Murfreesboro. Linda and Ken Robinson from Woodbury. But I need to know, Nikki, is what does Katie call her grandparents? Is it Tootsie and Pops? Runner goes to second. She will reach safely on the pitch that I believe was outside the zone. So a stolen base for Robinson. Anna Harrison, big opportunity here. Squares around the bunt, takes another pitch for a ball. So Kelly called me Nikki Robinson sends in an email earlier today. Hopefully she's listening in here in the second game played by the Lady Pioneers. They won 14-2 the first game. Squaring around the bunt, lays it down. It will roll foul. Harrison will have to come back and stand at the plate with a 2-ball, 1-strike count. Appreciate the moms out there sending in the information. What else do I need to know? How tall is Katie? Squaring around again to bunt. Takes ball 3. Career choice is diagnostic medical sonographer. Is that the degree that she's seeking here at Vol State? Fouls that one off. That'll catch the pole. And Harrison will probably be swinging away here. She's going to stand in there with a full count. Ministries full count. So Nikki Robinson is sending in a great email. Carrie Wright earlier sending in an email as well. Actually, a couple of them. 2 outs, 2 on. Ball 4 just high. That was the pitch that Harrison struck out on her last plate appearance. It was right in underneath her hands. Draws the walk, loads the bases for Michaela Fuqua. Third walk of the game for Alexis Tucker, pitching now in her 7th inning today. Why did I strike her out? Let's get those bases loaded. And ball 1 to Michaela Fuqua. 4-1 is the score. A run in each of the first 2 innings for Vol State, 2 here in the third. Big moment in the ball game. Throw down to third. Costley is back. And the head coach, Jade Kirkland, will go out to the circle for a little conflab with Alexis Tucker and the catcher, Easton Wampler. Christian Lynn says, if you're going to conflab there, I'm going to conflab with our runner at third and the batter, Michaela Fuqua and Carly Costley. I have no idea what he might have said there. Hey, get to bed early. We got 3 games tomorrow. Probably is what he said. Or how'd you do on your quiz when you left in the second inning, Michaela? She had to take a quiz. I wonder if she is still majoring in nursing. She was last year. Takes a called strike. Have not updated my biographical information for all of the freshmen from last year. 2-1 pitch. Catches the outside corner for a called strike. Fuqua very calm in the batter's box, and I'm used to her taking till she has 2 strikes anyway. 2-2 pitch. Tapper right in front of the plate. The only play they have is to go home, and that is exactly what Alexis Tucker chose. Great call on her part as Michaela Fuqua grounds into the fielder's choice. There was no chance they were going to get her at first base. So 2 runners caught at the plate. Vol State sends 8 to the plate, scores only 2 runs on 2 hits, 1 error, costly error, and 3 runners left on base. We're headed to the bottom of the third. Vol State leads 4-1. You're listening to the Vol State Sports Network. 9-1-2 to face Brooklyn Levin here in the bottom of the third inning. First pitch to Jocelyn Vincent outside the zone for ball one. Just got an email from Tamira Dreer. It's a swing and a miss. Wonder what she's doing tonight. The director and producer of the Vol State women's and men's basketball broadcasts. Oh, wait a minute. She's standing right behind me. She was checking in on treesports at gmail.com. 2 balls and a strike to Jocelyn Vincent, the number 9 hole hitter for Wabash Valley. Back to the top of the lineup, Kylie Robinson in the on-deck circle. Ground ball to Michaela Fuqua. On 3 hops, she gloves and throws over to Erica Abbott for out number 1. Brooklyn Levin settling down at back-to-back doubles, second and third batter into the ball game. Scored the only run for Wabash Valley. Kylie Robinson, a strikeout victim in the first. Stands in from the left side, squares around a bunt, pulls the bat back, but the pitch in there for a called strike. With Willow Carden and Erica Abbott breathing down her throat. They came in. Mimi and Pappy and Gigi and Poppy. Katie's 5-2. Ask and you shall receive. Backhanded by Levin. She'll throw on to first base. And the first 2 have been retired here in the bottom of the third inning. You may be wondering, why is Vol State the visiting team in their own park? We're playing in a Music City Classic, round robin showcase of sorts. 4 teams playing a whole bunch of games. 3 today, 5 tomorrow, and then solo game on Sunday. Motlow State will get 2 games out of the 10. I think Vol State and Milwaukee Area Technical College going to end up getting 6. 2 today, 3 tomorrow, and then a lone game on Sunday. I appreciate you folks emailing, listening, first of all, and then emailing. This is awesome. I feel like people are actually listening and paying attention. Just missed outside. Levin's gone 3-0 to Emma Banks, who blooped a double into left field and scored. Just catches that front corner for a called strike. That goes 3-1. Katie Robinson, she's out in left field. Anna Harrison center. Shelby Green and right. Just what you need. Somebody coming out of the parking lot with the lights on you. It's ball 4. First runner to reach since Easton and Wampler doubled in Emma Banks. 7 straight retired by Brooklyn Levin. First walk of the game, and it brings up Wampler. Why is this fly bothering me? First pitch to Wampler, misses low and inside. Again, if you weren't with me in the second game, where Milwaukee Area Technical College took on Wabash Valley, I played college baseball for a year with a guy from, I think it was Mount Carmel, Indiana, named Scott Wampler. If you are knowledgeable about Easton Wampler's family history, send me an email if you know of somebody named Scott Wampler that he might be in his, he's probably 60-something. That's what I am, 60-something. Maybe he's an uncle. We all got dry throats up here in the press box. Wampler double to right center field, and she's going to single to center. The reason she's batting in that 3 hole. 2 for 2 in this contest. Runners now at first and second with 2 outs. This Easton Wampler's 4th hit of the day. She's come to the plate 6 times. 4 for 6, did reach on a fielder's choice, so she scored 3 runs in game 1. That brings Natalie Brockett to the plate. Grounded out to short in her first at-bat in the first. A lot of rain this week. The tarp has been on the field a good part of this week. How many times did y'all dump it? Twice? Gets dumped out in right field. There's where that ball went. It's going to splash. Shelby Green gets it back in quickly, but they won't get Banks, who comes in to score on the line drive base hit to right field. 4-2. Wabash Valley trying to claw their way back. Now Wampler at second and Brockett at first base with the RBI single. Going to have a pinch runner for Natalie Brockett. See if I can figure out who that is. I'm going to guess that's Michelle Wildman. She was number 4 in game 1, so would doubt that she's changed uniforms. Mara Serafini, or Mara, M-A-R-A. Looks at a ball down. Have to do a little fly hunting here. Levin misses with the first 2 offerings to Serafini. 1 in, 2 on, 2 out. She retired the first 2 batters of the inning, Vincent and Robinson, on groundouts. Then a walk to Emma Banks, a single by Wampler, and another single by Brockett. There's a called strike. The bullpen down the right field line is apparently not usable. In case Coach Lynn wants to get somebody loosened up. Gonna have to do it on a flat ground, which is where they pitch anyway, but it's in the grass, not in dirt, up on the berm behind the first base dugout. 3-1 pitch, check swing. Not sure if she got a piece of that or not, but it looked like a pretty good pitch. It's called a strike. Well, the Full Count Ministries full count. Runners will be on the move. Easton Wampler looks over to Michelle Wildman at first base to remind her of that. And Levin delivers. Swung on and fouled straight back. Willow Carden comes in, says, I'll snag that for you. Lydia, you just stay behind home plate and warm up your hand. So Laura, the sergeant at arms here in the press box, said, Ixnay on the, we can't have any baseball players in the press box. Is that what happened? Was that old man Tromke's boy that came up here? And you said, no go, Joe. Just inside. Lemon misses. Ball 4 loads the bases. Alyssa Costley will reluctantly come out of that warm dugout and have a conflab of her own. I think conflab is actually a word in the Merriam-Webster dictionary. Have you run across that word, Laura Walker? You have not? You're from Greenbrier, though, right? Are you from Greenbrier? Well, that's why. I mean, you just don't talk like that up there up there on top of the ridge, do you? I mean, you're not ridge top or anything, but I mean Greenbrier. You're a bobcat. Greenbrier in the country of Robertson County, just north and west of Davidson County, up I-65. Malin Batson grounds the first one she sees, the shortstop. They're going to go the short way. Little 6-5 to get out of it. What did Alyssa Costley say that could have possibly resulted in that ground out? Whatever it was, it worked. Wabash Valley did score 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, 3 runners left on base. We are through 3, scheduled for 7, 4-2 is your score. Wall State with the lead. We'll be right back for more exciting Lady Pioneers softball after this short break. Erica Abbott at the plate looks at ball 1. I appreciate the email, the first one coming in from Wabash Valley to clue me in on who the pitcher is. I was going totally off of the lineup card. Is that ground ball to shortstop, and Abbott beats it out. Abbott beats it out for an infield single. Thank you, Velvet Tucker, for the email. Has Natalie Brockett been pitching the entire game? Natalie Brockett is on the mound. Number one, they do look a lot alike. And you got a number 1 and the number 1-7. But on the lineup card that I was given, it says that Alexis Tucker is the pitcher / flex, and that Natalie Brockett is the DP. So it's not that she can't pitch. I just thought they'd start the one that they had the number 1 by it. So that makes a little more sense to me. Thank you very much for the email. Might have gotten 2 of those. And I will answer your next email with a positive response. Yes, you can go into Vol State Sports Network on the YouTube channel, and you can watch any game there. They're all free, and they're there forever. So, yes, you can go and watch the broadcast. 2-1 pitch is low, throw down, not in time. Abbott swipes a bag. I will make a change on my score sheet. That's number 1, not 17 that's been in the circle. Ball 4. Making the change on my score sheet. Put it in pen for Natalie Brockett in the circle. Ball 1 to Collier. So the 4th walk of the game for Brockett. Fly ball out to right field. Back goes Higgs, and she's going to come in and make the catch, tagging. Both runners move up. And the throw gets away. And a run's going to score. Ending up at third is Collier. Ball State now leads 5-2. And it brings up Shelby Green, left-handed hitter from Milan, the sophomore. Try to do better on switching the cameras. Actually, thrown just didn't hit the cutoff man or cutoff girl, woman. I haven't made that transition to men's and women's sports very well. Man-to-man defense in women's basketball, just like it is in men's basketball. The third baseman is a third base woman. I'm sorry, I'm too old school to be able to change my vocabulary. Green up in the count, 3 balls and no strikes. That's right down central. Natalie Brockett is a 5'9" freshman from Chandler, Indiana. First time I've ever heard of Chandler. And thank you to Velvet Tucker for the emails. Ball 4. No! Holy smokes. Strike 2. Full Count Ministries, full count. Popped up. Let's see if they're going to tag out to left field. Emma Banks makes the catch and the throw. Not going to be in time. Sacrifice fly for Green. Brings home another run as Vol State has scored in all 4 innings that they've come to the plate. Another RBI for Green. She's 0 for 2, but she's got 2 batted in. Swinging at the first pitch and popping it up in the right side is Carden, and a basket catch by Audra Gibson in front of the first base dugout. Retires Carden for out number 3. Ball State gets on the board with 2 runs on 1 hit. I did not charge an error on that throw, although I think you probably could have. But again, I'm not the official score. Good thing, because I had Alexis Tucker as our starting pitcher for Wabash Valley, and that just wouldn't have gone well. We will go to the bottom of the 4th. Ball State leads 6-2. We'll be right back after this break. Audra Gibson, Emily Higgs, and Jocelyn Vincent due up here, the bottom 3 in the Lady Warriors lineup. Won 16-0 against Milwaukee Area Technical College. Game just before this one that you can rewatch as many times as you like on the Vol State Sports Network on YouTube. It's just how we are down here. We just give and give and give. Thanks to Chief Engineer A.J. Fawson for his help on all of our broadcasts. Not sure if we're on cable access channel 19 or not. I didn't get the text from him that we were, but game 1 today was on channel 19. Sometimes we're on WVCP 88.5, Gallatin's greatest hits. It's a changeup fouled off. It's the college radio station. We do that on basketball games. I don't know that they do. Haven't done baseball in a while on radio. Saturday afternoon, the Lady Pioneers women's basketball team will take on the Lady Cougars of Cleveland State beginning at 2 p.m. Central Time, and then the men will follow. Grounded foul down the first baseline, Erica Abbott. With that beautiful smile that she has, she gloves, and then she looks into the dugout like, look at me, coach. Look, I did good, didn't I? Laura Walker, you got a pretty good smile there, too. She likes to smile and laugh. She's fun. 1-2 pitch, grounded again. Let's see if she does again. It might roll back. She does not. She played second base last year. She's now moved a little farther to the right. She's hoping next year won't result in her moving farther to the right and sitting in a dugout somewhere. She wants to play. 1-2 pitch coming to Audra Gibson. Change up. Let's see if she went. They will not appeal, apparently. And the 1-2. And that's going to hit her in the left leg. Pretty sure Brooklyn wasn't looking to do that. First hit batter for either team. It's a leadoff runner on Emily Higgs. EMMALEE. Emma Lee. Not Emily. Emma Lee. See the difference? I thought you did. You're smart. You're from Greenbrier. The home of Logan Nixon. You know him? He's a doofus. Played for me in the full count fall league, high school wood bat baseball league for about 4 years, I think. No, he's a good kid. I liked him. I have no idea what he's doing. Higgs struck out to end the second. Fouls that one off the screen. Higgs from Fort Branch, Indiana, along with Alexis Tucker. Guessing that's where Velvet Tucker might stay. Count now goes 2 balls and a strike, with Jocelyn Vincent due up next. Jade Kirkland in the third base coaching box, handing out signs. Ground ball up the middle. It gets over the glove of Levin and into center field. The first 2 have reached here in the bottom of the 4th. It is the second hit of the day for Higgs. So a hit batter and a base hit to center field brings Vincent to the plate. The number 9 hitter grounded out to second. Let's see if she's might be laying a bunt down. She does square, and that will stay behind home plate. Lydia Kirby snags that one pretty quickly. So this definitely is a call for a sacrifice bunt. Although Vincent probably runs pretty well. A lot of times you put quick runner in at that 9 hole as a double leadoff. She did not square around as that pitch misses outside the zone. Squares there. That's right in front of the plate. Kirby throws down to first. Michaela Fuqua is covering, and the sacrifice works. 2-4 for out number 1. Gibson moves down to third, and Higgs now in scoring position at second base. With 1 out in the top of the order. Kylie Robinson, who's 0 for 2. Check swing to short. Collier will throw out Robinson. No advancement by either runner at second or third. Robinson now 0 for 3 here in game 2. She was 1 for 2 in game 1. Emma Banks, who's been on base both times she's come to the plate, looks at ball 1 low and outside. Hello to Mimi and Pappy that are listening in. Mimi says she just tuned in, and the next thing she knows, she hears her name. She's wondering, is this the IRS? Do I owe somebody money? Belinda Williams. Katie Robinson is their granddaughter. The left fielder for Vol State. Count now goes 3 balls and no strikes to Banks, who walked and scored in the third. She doubled, had a bloop double to Katie Robinson. Got Katie a bit turned around in left field. Could not recover, and the ball dropped in. 3-0 pitch. That's that strike called Shelby Green. Got it back on that pitch. Ground ball to Carden at third. She throws over to Abbott, and Pioneers get out of trouble in the fourth. No runs, 1 hit. The hit batter does not come back to harm Levin and the Lady Pioneers. 2 runners left on base. We are through 4, 6-2. Lady Pioneers lead. And again, if you want to email the show at treesports@gmail.com. We're harmless here. We'll just give you this shout out like we did to Belinda and Lonnie, Mimi and Pappy. I don't know that I have. They're visiting their other granddaughters, 9 months old, way up in Marblehead, Massachusetts. Where in the Sam Hill is Marblehead, Massachusetts? If only there was a way we could find out. We'll check it. Be right back on the Vol State Sports Network. Oh, that's right. MA is not Maine. That's Massachusetts. ME is Maine. Get your. Uh-oh, we got music going or something? Uh-oh. I've put her to work, Christian. We can't hear outside. Is it still on? Here, turn that. You're stepping on my cord. That should turn it completely off now. We can't hear outside when music's playing. We don't know. There is a chop into left center field by Carly Costley. She just reaches out and touches that one for a base hit. Costley's 3 for 3. She is on her way to possible Toyota of Gallatin player of the game. Scored a run and leads off the 5th against Natalie Brockett. I have to get more Natalie Brockett time in here because the whole time I've been thinking it's Alexis Tucker. They could be twins. Katie Robinson, the aforementioned granddaughter of Mimi and Pappy, is at the plate. She's 1 for 2. Marblehead, Massachusetts, not Maine. Is that up there by Boston? Is that where you go up there and you park your car by the Quabe? I believe that's Massachusetts. They like hockey up there. 2-0 pitch is at the letters for a called strike. Katie's not from Marblehead, Massachusetts, is she? Not everybody can be from Greenbrier. Swing and a miss. Katie, that's right. She's from Murfreesboro. Murfreesboro Blackman. The Blackman, do you know what their nickname is? You don't? I want to say they're the Blazers. That's what my guess. Does that sound right to you? 2-2 misses outside. Well, a full count. Ministries full count. Folks, this is just like ESPN, only totally different. One on, no out. It is ball 4 to Mimi's granddaughter, Katie, who's not from Marblehead, Massachusetts. 5th walk of the game for Natalie Brockett. Just going to read you some stats. As looks like head coach Jade Kirkland coming over to have a chit chat with our home plate umpire. See, we're going to have a new pitcher. Hey, guess who's coming out to pitch in a circle? How's she getting back out there again? She's been pitching the whole game. Number 17, Alexis Tucker. We're just going to call her Natalie Brockett the entire time. So pitching change brings the twin sister of Natalie Brockett out. I mean, you think I'd be safe to say that Velvet Tucker, I mean, I assumed mom. But you know what they say about assuming. Don't do it. Whatever you do, don't do it. Natalie Brockett goes 4+ innings. He's up 7 hits unofficially right now. 6 runs, 2 runners on base are her responsibility. Walked 5. And there's Harrison trying to square around and lay down a bunt. Comes up empty on the sacrifice attempt. I believe she struck out 1. Did not hit a batter. Right now on the hook for the loss if they can't come back. Harrison fouls this one off. And she's down in the count 0-2. Natalie Brockett appeared for the 4th time. That's a strike call on the outside corner. No chance that ball got on the outside corner, but a 3-pitch strikeout for Tucker, who comes in and gets the first out. And now back to the top of the lineup. Michaela Fuqua, 1 for 2. She walked and also singled. Walks right up on a pitch, takes it for a called strike. Let's get that count off there. Now we'll get the 0-1 count with a 1 out, 2 on. A lot of spinning plates up here, folks. So I apologize if I miss the count on the batter or don't put a runner on or don't take them off the board. Told Christian I could use somebody to help me. I just didn't take advantage of it. Check swing and a line drive into left field. They're going to go ahead and send the runner. Throw is cut off. They will not get costly. There was no hesitation coming around third base. RBI single for Michaela Fuqua. As she just reaches out and touches that ball. Runners stay at first and second, or still runners at first and second. And another run in as Erica Abbott stands in. She's 2 for 3. Has not driven in a run yet. Had an infield single to begin the 4th. 2 hits in the inning for the Lady Pioneers. Lays down a bunt. It'll be tough to get her. They will not. And another infield single. Loads the bases. Abbott seeing that batting average climb. 3 for 4 in this game. 3 for 3 in game 1. Came in hitting .458. She now has 17 hits on the season. That'll bring Amaya Collier to the plate. She hasn't had a hit in this contest. Two for 2 in game 1. She had a 2-run home run in the first inning, then an infield single. Does not offer at that pitch from Tucker. Called strike. Natalie Brockett started this game, unbeknownst to me. Uh-oh, we got an injury down at third base. I have no idea what could have happened to the third baseman, Malin Batson. All-world trainer Justin McKinney I think he's here. Is he here? Is he in the? Was he? Normally he will be here. There's no other activity athletic-wise, so. But he does need to get home and cook dinner. Oh, there he is. All-world trainer Justin McKinney. Enters stage left, 12th year with the Pioneers. And his assistant, I don't have his name. He's an intern. Is he at Cumberland, right? Okay. The second intern since I've been here broadcasting that we've had at the trainer spot from Cumberland. So he's out checking with Malin Batson, who's complaining of pain and discomfort in her right shoulder, and I have no idea what happened there. Justin is now chatting with head coach Jade Kirkland about the injury. I'm going to guess Malin's going to need to come out of this game. Carly Costley started the inning with a single to left field. Katie Robinson walked and Anna Harrison struck out. Got that as a regular K. That was a backward K, I believe. Four sports we have here at Vol State: women's and men's basketball and baseball and softball. As looks like Easton Wampler is going to go out into the field. And I believe that is Michaela Collins that's going to get behind the plate. And see if Wampler goes to short or to third. Michaela Collins will come in to Malin Batson's spot in the batting order. I don't know if somebody lost a contact out there or didn't know what was going on in the circle. Looking for fishing bait or something. And Wampler will go to short. believe that Serafini will go to shortstop or go to third base. So in the top of the fifth inning, Kayla Collins checks in behind the plate. No balls, one strike to Maya Collier. Swings and misses. One out, bases loaded. One run in here in the fifth. Ball State has scored in every inning. You're the three-hole hitter. Now a 3-1. Sorry, a 2-2 count. Third game of the day, folks. Halfway fried. Coming up on 6:30 Central Time. Ball 3 goes. He's full count, swung on a miss by Collier. Nice pitch by Alexis Tucker. Had said that Natalie Brockett given up 7 hits. She actually had given up 8 hits. So now 2 out. Bases still loaded. And Lydia Kirby at the plate. It's about time for Lydia to break through, I think. Second strikeout for Tucker. She's coming and struck out 2 and has given up 2 hits. Kirby slumped shouldered after that pitch called a strike. Lydia had 1 at-bat in the game against Milwaukee area. This is her 4th at-bat in this game. Still looking for her first hit. There's a ground ball to short. Wampler will get the force out at second. Ball State can only score 1 on 3 hits in the inning. 3 runners left on base, no errors. Pioneers 7-2 lead heading to the bottom of the 5th. Take a break on the Ball State Sports Network. This is Tim Reese along with you for game number 3 today of the Music City Classic. 7-2 is the score. And Easton Wampler, who's now the shortstop, will stand in to lead off against Brooklyn Levin in her 5th inning of work. 4 innings, giving up 5 hits, 2 runs. Change up to Wampler, misses down. Wampler, 2 hits in her 2 plate appearances. Doubled and drove in a run in the first and singled and was stranded at third in the third. Levin out there with nothing on that throwing arm. She is short sleeving it. 29 degrees. Let's see if we can figure out what the feels like temperature is. We won't figure it out. I mean, we'll just go to a website and find it. Feels like 21, folks. Who wants to be a outdoor athlete in college in Tennessee in February? Ooh, pick me. I think I want to be a broadcaster. That's what I want to do. 3-0 pitch to Wampler. She's going to draw the leadoff walk. 3rd walk of the game for Levin, and she's going to get a chit-chat from Willow Carden. Just a quick conversation. As Natalie Brockett, who was pinch run for by Michelle Wildman, she's back in there. She has the golden ticket. She gets to re-enter and hit again. Looks at the first pitch strike. Out of the underhand of Brooklyn Levin. Looking for a ground ball to a middle infielder. Strike 2 at the knees. Levin is Brockett. She's pretty tall. She's about 5'10", 5'9", I think, on the roster. Let me get one of my 85 sheets out here. Happens to be the very last one. Swing and a miss. Instead of the ground ball, she gets the strikeout. We are looking for a strikeout sponsor at the baseball field. If I was broadcasting more softball games, I'd be looking for a strikeout sponsor here. It's just fun to say it. Levin pours in another strike. Had one for our summer program, but they were supposed to pay big money for that. I understand they did not. Change up, misses high and away. Chick-fil-A is going to come into the fold for the baseball team. Chick-fil-A of Gallatin. They're just up the road, down the road. Depends on which way you're going. Ground ball to short. Could be 2. Over to second for 1. The relay is not made. No slide at second base. Is that not a requirement in softball? It is in baseball. If Michaela Fuquay throws that ball and she doesn't slide in baseball, it's an automatic double play. Is that the case here? Why didn't she throw it? Inquiring minds want to know. Michaela Collins gets her first at-bat. She came in for Malin Batson. Looks at a first pitch strike. Now 2 outs and a runner at first. Wampler led off the inning with a walk. Brockett struck out. Serafini grounds into a fielder's choice. Now Collins grounds into an error as that hits off the ankle. Throw over to first base. Almost got Collins, but that is going to not feel good later on tonight. Doesn't feel good now, but it's going to feel worser later on. Worser. It's not a word. More worse is what. Maybe that's not right either. It's not going to feel good, I know that. Right down the can to Audra Gibson. Called strike. So Collins reaches on the E6. First error of the ball game for the Lady Pioneers. On the outside corner. I do like the tells from Hartley Hines for called strikes. You see the quick twitch of her back. You can't hear it, but you can see the body language of her. She kind of bounces down, so you know that's going to be a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Audra Gibson. She's 0 for 1. Been hit by a pitch. She's hoping that doesn't happen again. 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. And down goes Gibson as the Lady Warriors are retired. No runs, no hits. 1 error, 1 runner left on base. As Brooklyn Levin picks up 2 strikeouts in the inning. Ball State will go to the 6th, see if they can put another run up on the board. They've scored 1 in the first, 1 in the second, 2 in the third, 2 in the fourth, 1 in the fifth. Let's see if a pattern continues. Please don't go anywhere. Five, 6, and 7 in the Vol State lineup to face Alexis Tucker, the second pitcher out for Wabash Valley. Shelby looking for her first hit, but she's got a couple ribbies in the game. Drove in a run with a ground out in the third and a sacrifice fly in the fourth. Ground ball to second. Bobbled, and the throw's not going to be in time. Jocelyn Vincent did not realize how fast the young lady from Milan, Tennessee is, and that'll be an E4. Third error of the game for Wabash Valley. That will bring up Willow Carden. She's 1 for 3. Swings wildly at a pitch high and away. My legs are falling asleep sitting on this wood chair. I need a cushion. Popped up and out of play on the right side. Quickly ahead is Tucker. Natalie Brockett goes 4 innings, gives up 8 hits, 7 runs by my count. They're all earned. 5 walks and a strikeout. Again, those are unofficial statistics. I just call it as I see it. Check swing, ground ball to second, booted again by Vincent. That's 2 errors in a row to allow the first 2 to reach. That was a little bit harder try, backhand. I think she probably should have had that. And Carly Costley, who's 3 for 3, will stand in. A double, a single, and a single. She's going to lay down a bunt. It'll be foul. See what kind of biographical information I have about Carly Costley. Had a pretty good source for this information. She's a sophomore, transferred from Johnson University in Knoxville. She went to Mount Juliet High School. Fouls that one straight back. The daughter of Kevin from Mount Juliet, or in Mount Juliet, and Amy, who now lives in Memphis. Hello to Granddaddy and Grandmama in Mount Juliet. She is the younger sister of assistant coach Alyssa Costley. And she is the aunt to Lila, who appears to be back to sleep as the babysitting crew is still working. Popped up out to center field. Kylie Robinson's going to come in and make the catch and double up Shelby Green at second base. Shelby thought that ball probably was going to drop, is what I'm guessing. She was well off of second base. Good play by Kylie Robinson out in center field. That brings Katie Robinson. So we've got a Kylie in center field for Wabash Valley and a Katie in left field for Vol State. That's fun. Throw back to second and a deke by Willow Carden. She's going to steal second. Pitch was caught a ball. And the pitch is outside. Apparently not caught a ball. Toyota of Gallatin Scoreboard says 2 balls and a strike. I'm going to go with them. Slice down the first base line. That's fair. That's going to score another run. Katie Robinson picks up another RBI in the contest. She singles in Willow Carden, who reached second base on that stolen base. So they pick up a tally here in the 6th inning. That brings up Anna Harrison, who's 0 for 2 with a walk, a couple of strikeouts. See if Anna can get on the board with a base knock. Ground ball, the left side, gloved by Serafini. She's going to throw on to first to retire Harrison. Serafini, who had moved over from short to third, makes the play. But the Pioneers get on the board, an unearned run. 1 run on 1 hit, 2 errors in the inning. 1 runner left on base. And the pattern continues. 1-1, 2-2, 1-1. Now the question is, will Vol State score 2 in the top of the 7th? But first, we'll have to get to the bottom of the 6th to see what Wabash Valley can do here. As we are scheduled for 7, and we're in the bottom of the 6th. You're listening to the Vol State Sports Network. or not. Not a lot of time in between innings here for college softball. Emily Higgs fouls the first pitch she sees off of the screen in front of the third base dugout. She's 1 for 2, singled, and was stranded at second in the fourth. Changeup catches that inside corner for a called strike. Fort Branch, Indiana. Hey, look, that's me. Laura, you know where that picture's taken right there? You have no idea. I mean, that's me back in my skinnier days. Picture is taken in a bunkhouse in Ocotal, Nicaragua. Ground ball to the left side. It's going to get all the way to short. It's going to be a tough play. Throw on to first, not in time. Higgs with an infield single. She's 2 for 3. Tough play for Amaya Collier in the hole at short. Nice throw to Abbott, but Higgs runs well. Sixth hit of the game for Wabash Valley. And another leadoff batter reaches. Squaring around the bunt is Vincent. Lydia Kirby faked the throw to Michaela Fuqua, and Erica Abbott saw green ball and red stitches in her future. She's pretty darn happy that Kirby did not throw that ball. Vincent grounded out to second in the third and laid down a sacrifice bunt in the fourth. Check swing. Not sure if they called it on the swing or the location, but it's a called strike. Fouled at the plate. Levin gets ahead. Levin looking for her first win as a Lady Pioneer. Transfer from Littleton, Colorado. I'll have to do some research to find out where Chadron State is located. Changeup misses down. And they'll need to find out who her mom and dad and brothers and sisters and Grammys and grandpas. Strike 3 on the outside corner. She painted that one, and that's a backward K in the books for the first out in the sixth. Fourth strikeout of the ball game. She came in with only 8 in 18 innings, so Fireball is not a nickname for Brooklyn Levin. Leadoff, not the leadoff batter. This is a pinch hitter for Kylie Robinson. Emily, common spelling of Emily, Ferguson, another left-handed slapper. Pinch hitting. I guess there's a chance she had come in earlier, but number 3 and number 8. 3 is Kylie Robinson. And number 8 is Emily Ferguson. Half swing poke down the left field line. It goes foul. I'm going to guess that since Kylie Robinson probably went 0 for 3 here in game 2, Emily Ferguson's getting an opportunity to swing the stick. The pitch, slow, slower, and slowest, misses low and outside. Goes 2 balls and 2 strikes. Emma Banks in the on-deck circle. 8-2, Vol State leads. Swing and a miss. And the fireballer, Brooklyn Levin, gets back-to-back Ks. Now 2 outs brings up Banks. She's 1 for 2. From Mount Carmel, Illinois. .53 sophomore. 10 sophomores on this Wabash Valley roster. Fouled off to the left side. That'll get out of play. 5 games tomorrow, if you're just joining us. Motlow State will come in and play Milwaukee Area Technical College at 10:30. Motlow State is a TCCAA member, swing and a miss. One of the 11 Tennessee JUCO teams playing softball. They're out of Tullahoma. They're probably about an hour and 15 minutes away. They'll come up and play the doubleheader 10:30 and 12:15. Slowly hit ground ball, gets underneath the glove of Levin, but Michaela Fuqua is there to make the play and throw out Banks for out number 3. 1 hit, 1 left on, no runs, no errors. Ball State has scored in every inning, leads 8-2. Wabash Valley scored 1 in the first and 1 in the third after scoring 16 runs against Milwaukee Area Technical College. We're heading to the 7th. Ball State leads. We'll be right back on the Ball State Sports Network. Crank call to the press box just during the break. Some lady named Susan Reese got my number. I have no idea how that happened. Kayla Fuqua leads off. She has to move her lower half out of the way of that inside fastball. I can talk about my wife. She never listens. Whoops, I put that down as a strike. Far from it, but that one is. No, I lied. That looked pretty good right there. Did she call it a strike? Yeah, that was my bad. Don't listen to me. I'm just the broadcaster, messing up our clock operator, otherwise known as scoreboard operator. You know, honestly, I don't know her name. What is her name? That girl to your left. What's her name? Laura, what's her name? Yeah. There's a called strike. Addie Knoll. Wow, I got an email about you, you Liberty Creek Wolf, you. From Brandon Smart. 3-1 pitch. In there for a called strike. Brandon Smart, what does he do over at Liberty Creek? Sorry, you don't know who Brandon Smart is? Did you go to Liberty Creek High School? You don't know Brandon Smart? He's a triplet. Full count, foul down the left field line. That will hit green before it hits the glove of Emma Banks. They want a big picture of you, for some reason, over at, wait a minute, first of all, breaking news. Can I give a shout out to Katie's older brother, who is at basic training in Paris Island for the Marines? Ground ball up the middle. I'll have to announce the base hit first for Michaela Fuqua. That's her third hit here in game 2 against Alexis Tucker. So she's 3 for 4. All right, so now I got to go back to another email that I got earlier from Nikki Robinson giving me the 4-1-1 as Erica Abbott takes a called strike that was in the area code of the outside corner. Called strike. Jackson is his name. Jaxon. So hello to Jackson down at Paris Island. Say hello to Gunnery Sergeant, I believe is how you say his name. Ivan Ponce, if you happen to know him. I know there's like 8 million Marines at Paris Island, but that's my son-in-law. But hello to Jackson in Paris Island, South Carolina. Katie Robinson's brother. A runner at second. And she's going to take off and go to third, and she's going to get in there with another stolen base. So back-to-back stolen bases for Fuqua. And it's hard to keep up with her around the bases. Abbott now looking at a 1-ball, 2-strike count. But Fuqua, I like my chances if I'm betting on Michaela Fuqua scoring from third base with no out. Especially Erica Abbott, who's 3 for 3 in this game. Make that 3 for 4. She was 3 for 3 in the first game. 2-2 pitch. Misses down. Amaya Collier in the on-deck circle. Thanks to the whole Robinson family who's been very active on the treesports@gmail.com. There's another base hit for Erica Abbott. There's no chance I can make her the Toyota of Gallatin player of the game for 2 games in a row, is there? A base hit and an RBI drives in Fuqua, and the pattern is broken. Nope, not yet. It's not. It's not. As a matter of fact, it's just beginning. 9-2. As Collier comes to the plate, she's looking for her first hit of game 2. Runner takes off. Throw down to second is going to get into center field. Backed up by Kylie Robinson. I assume no relation to Katie Robinson, although maybe she's from Marblehead, Massachusetts. Stolen base for Abbott. Her first of the game. Tucker misses down. Natalie Brockett started this game. I thought it was Alexis Tucker, because that's what was written on the lineup card that I was provided. Didn't do my audit, though. A former accountant, and I didn't do the audit to check the number. I do appreciate Wabash Valley wearing their uniforms and not wearing jackets over the top while they play. 3-0 pitch coming to Collier. She takes it for ball 4. Alexis Tucker came on in relief in the 5th inning after the first 2 reached. Struck out 2 batters. Did allow 1 run to score. That run was charged to Natalie Brockett. First walk of the contest for Tucker, and now Lydia Kirby, the All-American from Alvaton, Kentucky, stands in. She is hitless on the day. Ball State has not hit a home run since first inning of game 1. Is that right? Yes. Amaya Collier went deep. The only home run of the day for the Lady Pioneers. Kirby, big fly 16 times last year. Kind of came out of nowhere. 103 RBIs. Can't remember the young lady's name who led the nation in RBIs, but she was from somewhere west. Lays down a bunt. Actually doesn't lay it down. She pops it up. Looking for a hit any way she can get it. I'd say, Lydia, swing for the fences right here. Take a hack. You're in the top of the 7th. We're not in conference play. Let's get your stroke back. Forget that bunt. Let it go. Fouls that one off to the right side. My grandson, Eli, 5 years old, wants to know why I like the song Let It Go so much. I don't know. I just do. It's just one of my favorites. 2-2 pitch, misses down. Well, a full count. Ministries full count. Got to pick another verse here. I've got it actually picked out already. Where is the email that I got from? There it is. Brandon Smart. He's an administrator with Liberty Creek. Ground ball up the middle. That's going to get a run in. Single to center field. Runner rounds second. Standing into third base. A little bit close there at third. Kirby drives in a run. What happened? Oh, you were trying to read the email. So an RBI single. Drives in Eric Abbott. Collier moves over to third. And there is that pattern. 1-1, 2-2, 1-1, 2. They want to post that in the lobby. You weren't supposed to see that, probably. I don't know. Okay. So don't go say anything to anybody. Or is that you? Okay, don't say anything. I don't know if I mean, nobody told me not to show it to you, but Brandon Smart, I know we have a new pitcher coming on. Addie Knoll's been up here running the Toyota of Gallatin scoreboard. She's from Liberty Creek. That's just right around the corner. She's in her hometown, Gallatin, Tennessee. You got any shout-outs, Addie? Who do we want to shout out? Say hey to Mom and Dad. What are your parents' names? What are their? Sean and Sarah? No? I don't know. You have any siblings? And what are their names? Max and Jake. Are they older or younger? How old? Are they really old? Way old? 28, 27. They're way old. I'm going to go with Dally. It's probably wrong. Dalee. Daleigh. I'm going to go Dalee. Final answer. Cairns. Carnes. Yeah. Wishy-washy. Cairnes is the new pitcher in for Alexis Tucker to face Shelby Green with nobody out here in the top of the 7th. Going to have to get Addie to write all this down on my magic paper I have over here. Shelby takes another ball inside. One ball, one strike. I said another one. It's not. It's the first one of the at-bat. 10-2, Vol State leads. Ground ball. That's slowly hit the first. Gibson will flip to Vincent, and there is another RBI for Green. She still doesn't have a hit on the day. 3 RBIs. She drives in Collier On the play, Kirby moves to third. Willow Carden will get an at-bat. First pitch she sees, misses the zone. Liberty Creek is one of the newest schools here at Liberty Creek Elementary, middle school, and high school. That is the future home of my grandkids, Eli and Lucy Reese. They live right around the corner from the school in that little small complex they call Carrollton. Huge complex. Can't hide money. My son has got it going on. 1-0 pitch. Take a hack. Willow comes up empty. She's 1 for 4 today. Single drove in a run in the third. Scored a run in the sixth. Addie, it's going to be okay. You don't need to cry. That's driven just to the right of Barrett, the umpire, and that ball was absolutely hammered. Carden got a pitch on the inside half of the plate and turned on it. Mike Barrett is really happy that ball didn't hit him. RBI single for Carden. Puts 4 on the board in the top of the 7th. Runs are charged to Alexis Tucker. Carden gonna slip on down to second base and the ball in the dirt. To Carly Costley, who's 3 for 4. Top of the 7th inning. There's a line drive right back to Carnes, and they will not be able to double Carden. Costley in a line drive back to Carnes, and she didn't move her glove. That ball caught her. Out number 2, Carden able to get back, and that will allow Katie Robinson, younger sister of Jackson Robinson, to come to the plate. There are now 2 outs. A little slow on the uptick on my outs counter. Katie single drove in a run in the second. Reached on a fielder's choice in the third. Stole second, but was stranded there. Walked, was stranded at third. Fouls one at the plate now. And singles down the right field line, first base line actually. Drove in a run in the sixth. She's 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs. Was 2 for 3 with an RBI in game 1. It's like duplicity all over again. 1-1 pitch. It's down. What is going on with my scoreboard? Count is 2 balls and a strike. It's getting tired as well. 2 outs, 4 in the top of the 7th. Again, playing in a Music City Classic. It's kind of a round-robin showcase tournament, and that is why Vol State is the visiting team today. See if I can get back to the schedule. Ground ball to the left side, and that's going to be booted at short by Wampler. And Robinson reaches on the air. I think this is the first game that Wabash Valley has played outside of the state of Florida. I think they played all 4 of their games coming into today's action down in the Panama City Showcase or Classic or whatever they called that. Panama City. I guess it was probably in Panama City, right? Not Panama City Beach. There is a difference. I happen to know the sheriff of Bay County, which is Panama City, Tommy Ford. Tap her to the right side. They're not going to get Anna Harrison. She finally cracks into the hit column here in the game. And the bases are loaded. We will have a pinch hitter. Michaela Fuqua will give way. And tell me, who is this? Kirsten Smith right here? Look at me knowing people. Kirsten Smith will get an at-bat. Fellow broadcaster. She got into on the broadcast of a women's basketball game. Problem is, she said she didn't really know that much about basketball. So it's kind of hard to broadcast a sport that you're not that familiar. Number 9, she's out of Louisville, Kentucky. Ballard High School. I'd have her come up here and broadcast softball, but the problem is she's a player on the team. And we don't want her to get hurt so that she has an opportunity to broadcast. Takes ball 1. Kirsten grounded in to a fielder's choice and drove in a run. Drives one out to left center field. That's going to get down for extra bases. One hop to the base of the wall. She's going to clear them all. Throw to third. And that is a bases clearing double for Kirsten Smith. And the Pioneers lead 15-2. Erica Abbott, she's back in there. Facing Daly Carnes. Third pitcher for Wabash Valley. That is a do-dat double. That's 4 hits in that leadoff spot. 3 of them by Michaela Fuqua, and now 1 by Kirsten Smith. She drove that one into the gap. Will she go in and play second base for Michaela, or will somebody else go there? Or Michaela could just re-enter, I guess. 1-1. Position doesn't say. She says she plays outfield. Unearned runs for Vol State. Abbott nearly hit on the knuckles there. That wouldn't have felt good. Three-one pitch coming to Abbott. That's going to be in there for a called strike. We'll have to find a full count verse of the game. I think I actually had it pulled up earlier. There it is, right there. Get to it in this half inning. There's another base hit for Erica Abbott. She's got 5 in this game. Smith stops at third. Have yourself a day, young lady. 8 hits in the doubleheader. That brings Amaya Collier to the plate. She'd like to have one of those hits right now. She's 0 for, and we had a step off of a base. Is that what we did again? So that will end the inning as a on-purpose step off. Not sure where that happened. See if I can see where that happened. It doesn't matter, but probably at third base. And there she is. Oh, Kirsten. So 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 runs put on the board. As I said, a number of those were unearned runs. I'm not going to count it up. 7 hits. There was 1 error in the inning and 1 runner left on base. 15-2 is the scores. We head to the bottom of the 7th. Again, we want to thank Full Count Ministries for their use of broadcast equipment for not only softball games and baseball games, used to be for basketball games as well. Go to fullcountministries.com and see all the ministries doing for baseball players all around. Haven't gotten to softball players yet, but I could see that down the road here before long. But anyway, the Full Count Ministries verse of the game is another of the I am statements. We had the I am the way, the truth, and the life in game 1 in John 14:6. Now, the second memory verse that the Full Count 242 group is going to be working on is John 6:35. It says, "Then Jesus declared, I am the bread of life. Whoever comes to me will never go hungry, and whoever believes in me will never be thirsty." John 6:35 is your Full Count Ministries verse of the game as the first pitch swinging Easton Wampler fouls that one off as Brooklyn Levin out to try to close this one off, or close it out, as some broadcasters might say. She's got a couple of hits and 3 plate appearances, been on base all 3 times. She's a good-looking player. Shortstop and been behind the plate until she was needed to get back out at short, as Malin Batson had to come out due to injury. Not sure what happened to her. She looked like she was holding her right shoulder. This count goes 2 balls and a strike to Wampler. 5'10" from Fortville, Indiana. As a broadcaster buddy of mine would have said, you know what's in Fortville, Indiana, don't you? A whole bunch of forts. That's why they call it Fortville. Do you know what they have a lot of in Riceville, Tennessee? You got it, Rice. You are good at this. 3-1 is fouled to the on-deck circle. We'll have another Full Count Ministries full count. So back to Brandon Smart, the administrator over at Liberty Creek. He is a triplet. He has a brother triplet and a sister triplet. Ground ball to short. Collier cannot get the handle on that, and Wampler's going to reach on the E6. And I believe, I'm not sure which one of them is a sports agent. Either Brian or Brandon. I think it might be Brandon in his spare time. But the sister is Brooke Smart. Jaggers is her last name. She's married to Brandon Jaggers. And we'll just make it go full circle. Brandon is one of the board members of Full Count Ministries. So that's how I know the Smart family. Ground ball to short. It's going to take a bad hop again as Collier riding the struggle bus at shortstop here in the bottom of the 7th. Folks, these ladies are cold. And ground balls don't always take nice hops. Christian Lynn will come out of the dugout, see if he can give some words of wisdom. Not sure how many years he was the assistant coach for his father, Johnny Lynn, who was, and if Johnny's listening, he'll text me and let me know, but at least probably 3 years as an assistant coach. I think 4. All right. And Johnny Lynn was the head coach, I believe, 30 years. Mara Serafini will come to the plate, but we'll have a pinch runner for, I believe that's Michelle Wildman, who, nope, that's Natalie Brockett that did re-enter. So that was her. But now a pinch runner. I have no idea who it is because she's wearing a sweatshirt. Pinch run here in the bottom of the 7th. We're just talking some ball up here in the press box. Laura Walker, sophomore pitcher. Addie Knoll, freshman catcher, hanging out, doing some work in the press box, keeping me company, and operating the Toyota of Gallatin scoreboard. Brooklyn Levin gets a called strike there to Sarah Feeney, who is 0 for 2. Ball State put the big touchdown and extra point on the board in the 7th. Ground ball to third. Could be 3. To third, over to first. It's at least 2, and there's your first Dudette double play of the day. A little 5-3 Dudette double play, just what the doctor ordered for the Lady Pioneers. Willow Carden stepped on third to get the force out of Wampler for out number 1, and then throws on to first to retire Sarah Feeney on the play. The ghost runner out at second base, Fanu Manu Lanu, first name unknown, middle name unknown, last name unknown, is at second base. It's what you get from a former or retired law enforcement officer. Nice change up there. Had Michaela Collins way out in front. She came on in the top of the 5th inning to replace Batson. Got behind the plate. The 1-1 is high. Levin trying to pick up her first win of the year. I'm pretty sure she's going to get it. 0-1 on the season, has 1 save, and she has gone the distance for Vol State. Gave up only 1 run in the first, and so far 1 in the third, and there's a called strike, and Wabash Valley is down to their last strike. This is a 2.5-hour game so far. Tapper, if they can get it fair, they will. Kirby will glove and throw to Abbott, but safe at first. The 3rd error of the inning. Now runners at first and third. That error will be charged to Abbott on my book. She just couldn't get that ankle-high throw secured in her glove. Audra Gibson stands at the plate looking at ball 1. Lady Pioneers struggling to get through this last inning. 3 errors in the inning. Been helped out by a Dudette double play. One's right down Broadway for a called strike. Audra Gibson 0 for 2. She's been hit by a pitch. Thanks to all those who have emailed the show at treesports@gmail.com. The Robinson family been very active. Wes Buckner is a lefty. He throws one out of the dugout. You'll see him probably Saturday at the basketball games. Just see if we can keep him in the contest. I thought he was going to go toe-to-toe in the basketball game. Who was that against? Can't remember what that game was, but was it Southwest? He was all up. 2-2 pitch is laced off the first base dugout. He was sitting down there at the end of the court, down by one of our camera operators. I don't know if that was Paris Howard or Gloria Taylor. but all of a sudden he was on like Donkey Kong. Another foul ball off to the right side. I thought he was going to go out on the court, and I thought, you better get back and sit down. That's a pretty big boy you're going after. I think that was LaCurtis Dunn Jr., number 1. I just broadcasted Southwest Tennessee's games against Jackson State last night in Memphis. Back to the box and through for an RBI single for Audra Gibson, and this game is not concluded yet. The first run since the 3rd inning on the board for Wabash Valley. That is Gibson's first hit of game 2. She picked up a 1 for 4 in game 1. Now, Emily Higgs, who's 2 for 3, stands in. Unearned run charged to Brooklyn Levin. That's the first hit of the inning. Higgs struck out in the 2nd, singled in the 4th, and had an infield single in the 6th. Two outs, 2 on. Bottom of the 7th. Changeup misses down. Need to print out this sheet, but would have been good to have today if. Ground ball to 3rd. Carden steps on the base, and that will do it. As this one belongs to the Lady Pioneers. They win 15-3 over Wabash Valley. The game just got away from the Lady Warriors. I think they're a better club than 12 under the Lady Pioneers, but Vol State does have a good ball club. There was 1 run. It was unearned in that inning. There were 3 errors, 1 hit, and 2 runners left on base. Brooklyn Levin gets the win, moves to 1-1. And Lady Pioneers move to 7-2. Wabash Valley falls to 3-3. Both teams will be back tomorrow. Do want to get in that the Kirbys are watching from Alvaton, Kentucky. Lydia Kirby, her family. I think I have that information from last year. Let's see, I'll get that in here real quick. What else do I got to do? Greg and Jennifer Kirby. Hello to Granddaddy and Nanny in Bowling Green, and Nana also in Bowling Green. The All-American, now sophomore here at Vol State. So a game that takes 2 hours and about 35 minutes goes Vol State's way, 15-3. So Vol State takes 2 today, scoring 14 in game 1 and 15 here in game 2 of the day. And a bunch of hits. Let's see if I can count them up. 10, 12, 14, 17, 18 hits unofficially. And let's get to figure out our Toyota of Gallatin player of the game. Erica Abbott would be one of the easy answers, but she got it in game 1. Brooklyn Levin is going to be my choice for Toyota of Gallatin player of the game. She goes 7 full innings. Does give up 3 runs. Only 2 of those were earned. Scatters 7 hits in the 7 innings. I think she only walked 3 batters. Did hit a batter. And struck out 5 unofficially. She gets her first win as a Lady Pioneer. Brooklyn Levin is your Toyota of Gallatin player of the game. Thanks to the folks over there, Eric Carr, general manager, and the general sales manager, Jake Thompson, for their support of Vol State athletics. As this one has gone final, be back tomorrow. I won't be, but the Lady Pioneers will be back. They will play 3 games tomorrow. Let's see if I can find that real quick. I think they play later. There it is. Wabash Valley will play at 12:45 and 5:15. They only play 2 games tomorrow. Milwaukee Tech will play 1, 2, 3 games tomorrow. Vol State plays Wabash Valley again. Will play Milwaukee Tech twice. So Vol State will play the last 3 games of the day, 3 p.m., 5:15, and 7:30 p.m. These times are approximate. And Wabash Valley plays in game 2 and 4 of the day against Motlow State and then Volunteer State again. Well, thanks for joining me on the Vol State Sports Network. It's been fun. This has been a triple header. I've done 3 games in a day, I don't think, yet. But it's been a great time. Appreciate all the help up here in the press box. Again, they're going to try probably to get a stream, but there won't be a broadcast. So I'll try to set that up for head coach Christian Lynn for that to get started tomorrow. Vol State gets it done here in game number 2 of the day, a 15-3 winner over Wabash Valley. For athletic director Bobby Hudson and the president, Dr. Wendy Tostenson, and for head coach Christian Lynn, this is Tim Reese saying so long for now. We'll talk to you soon on the Vol State Sports Network.